Hey YouTube, this is I Wanna Go Hiking. I am showing you off the stuff that I got this weekend. My daughter and I took a trip to Boulder, Utah to spend time with her grandfather. And he is more of a rock addict than I am, so when we were there, he took me around to find some pretty cool stuff. And he also gave me some really cool stuff. Stuff that you cannot, you can find it in Utah, but you are not allowed to collect it. So I don't know how he acquired it. Probably got it from a rock shop or somebody's private property. But anyways, let's get into it. So I went to Boulder, Utah, and we drove around Capitol Reef National Park and hunted some really cool stuff around it. So I will start off by showing you what he gave me. Now, my next trip out there, he is going to have to take me out here to find this stuff because we went to other places, but it is green. Let's see if water helps this at all. It is a really cool green stuff. He gave me a couple of pieces of it. This is probably the better of the green. In fact, this one is two-toned. It is orange on one side with like a, well, the water doesn't help it, but that bitrodial is actually pink. So it's an orange on one side, well, white on the outside for the cortex, and then green. But that green is, come on, focus back, highly, well, I guess it's got a ton of silica in it, because it is pretty much see-through. Let's see if we can... Yeah, see, that green is so see-through that you see the orange on the other side. So this is going to be a neat piece. I'm going to have to cut this off right about here and tumble some of it. And then this is also, he says, is found in the same place, and it is a purple moss agate. I don't know if it's a purple moss agate or it's, we find a lot of stuff like this in Utah that they call pigeon blood agate, and this could be pigeon blood, but I honestly don't know. But oh, I can't wait to tumble that piece. It's gonna turn out really cool. It's got a really purple hue to it. My phone is having a really hard time focusing today. So he gave me those, and then he gave me these. So I don't know if you guys recognized this or not, but that is petrified gem dino bone. It is found in a lot of places in the state of Utah. Illegal to collect anymore, but there is still a lot of old stock out there. This one was plain when he gave it to me, so I kind of polished it up a little bit. You can see the cells there. And then this one. This is just a beautiful piece. I wish I could go find more of this, but unfortunately I am too late in life to be able to collect it. But it is just beautiful stuff. You can see where the cells have been replaced with agate. He polished this piece up before he gave it to me. Yeah, see, there's some agate banding down in those cells. And then you flip it over and you get the gem bone that everybody has. Well, not everybody, but the popular stuff in Utah, where you get the reds and the purples, oranges down in the cells. Petrified dinosaur bone. Really cool stuff. I don't know if I'm going to leave that as is or maybe take a couple of slices off of it to make a cab. I really don't know. I've seen cabs from dino bone and I really don't think they're that cool, so it'll probably just stay as is. See these little red pieces like here, and that bigger one there is what's in those cells. So this was definitely a lot bigger piece at one point in time. Okay, so that's everything that he gave me. Now we'll move on. He did take me to a place where you can find dinosaur bone, but we went to find other things, and they are called gizzard stones. You can pick these up and collect them. These have not been tumbled or polished by anybody but dinosaurs and time. Now, if you don't know what gizzard stones are, dinosaurs could not digest food properly, so they would have stones in their stomachs. And as they would walk around, it would grind up their food and help them digest it. So in this area, we were actually looking for petrified wood, but because the area there is so much dinosaur activity, we got some really cool gizzard stones. And like I said, this is exactly how I found them, all polished and shiny like this, and that's kind of how you know they are a gizzard stone, because they've got a really waxy feel to them. And of course you only find them where you find dinosaur bones. I don't know if water will help this one. It might. And some of these actually have, here it is. I was looking for this piece. Some of these actually have little bits of shell or bone or something in them. Gizzard stones. And then we went there to collect petrified wood. These are a few of the pieces that I found. There is some very good gem quality agatized bone, or sorry, agatized petrified wood. This one's really, really dark with a lot of white lines in it. Some neat stuff. Here's another piece. My rock's bigger than my water thingy. There's just some beautiful wood out there. This is actually kind of plain compared to some of the stuff you find out there. This is probably my favorite piece. That one's way too big to go in my little water cup, so we will do it by hand. This one I plan on getting cut up. I signed up with a local rock club. I haven't been yet, but I need to go so I can start using their equipment. But that is, I cannot wait to cut that. I bet you that is just going to be wild. In fact, I'm going to put you down so I can get the other side wet. Alright, I'm back. Maybe. Shaky. Okay. That is the other side. So it's almost a whole branch or a whole log. There's one little piece right there missing out of it. But I still think this thing will just turn out beautiful. I can't wait to cut it. Alright, this is one more piece that actually fell off of a huge piece that I found. And it is highly agatized. You can even see there's agate banding right there. And I'll show you the bigger piece after we get done with this stuff. This is what I collected the most of. It's very similar to my Holt Canyon stuff that I find, but still very different at the same time. It's got reds and yellows and blacks and clears and oranges. Excuse me. There's even some really, really dark reds that you can find in there. Let's see. Alright, so I'll show you these last few pieces. This one almost seems like it was petrified wood or something because it's got a nice round crust all the way around it. Pretty sure it's not, but it is found in the same area as petrified wood. And I believe this was called, I don't know what it's called, but it's out of the Somerville Formation. It's some pretty cool stuff. I'm going to have to cut some of these pieces up and tumble them. This is a lot bigger piece that I picked up. With some kind of weird little center hole. It doesn't pop out on the other side. Maybe that's a geode or something. I'll have to get in there and find out. Alright, so yeah. That is my finds from... Come on, just stay up. That is my finds from Boulder, Utah, around the, yeah, I said it earlier, Capitol Reef National Park. And I told you I'd show you the big piece that one fell off of, so here we go. Let's go outside and take a look. I put it out here in the sunlight so it's easier for you to see. It's quite heavy. So this is the bigger piece. I normally don't pick up petrified wood because I find so much of it around my house. But this was a little different. I mean, there's, like you can see, there's some bitrodials on the outside. There's some reds in there. This is the heart of this piece of wood, and it is solid agatized. Crazy little crack. Yeah, there's even a little pocket of crystals right there. So yeah, that's the bigger chunk that I picked up and took home. Love that wood grain in there. Alright, so yeah, that was my trip. Appreciate you guys watching, and thank you very much.